Hey guys, hope you're having a nice week so far and you're getting excited just like me that the course is getting to the end. I feel like this has been a lot of good experience for me, even doing the practicum at my place of employment. So for the video this week, I am going to talk about quite a bit, and I don't really know which topic this is going to fall under, because really it has to do with a lot. It has to do a lot with field instruction, career goals, person and environment, kind of just checking in to see how my week's been going, how practicum's been going. So anyways, not one specific topic, but it does fall under a lot of the topics that are on the video discussion prompt list. So this week has been good so far. I have gotten a lot done. I have met with, I think, close to 15 people already and have a lot of build time. I've had a couple of people getting out of the hospital and being in a more stable state of mind. Something that happened this week, yesterday during supervision, is that we talked about career goals again. My field instructor, Amanda, had asked me before what my goals were with getting my master's degree, and we touched on it briefly, and yesterday we talked about it some more. And I can tell you guys, and I don't know how many of you work in a community setting. I know there's some people that work with Children's Division, and I know there's some people working in schools. We, over the last year, because of COVID, have done a lot of telehealth and a lot of telephone appointments and have really not been doing home visits with people, which before, like pre-COVID, community support was only meeting with clients in their homes. Like a caseworker would only come to your home, there was no phone appointments, no telehealth appointments. And they are trying to get us back to a point where we are able to meet with clients in their homes for the majority of appointments. Since going back, since I'm doing home visits 2 to 3 days a week, I have had to meet people literally in their environment, and it has made me realize how hard that is for some people, how impactful it can be, like your physical environment, how impactful your physical environment can be on your mental health, as well as like how difficult sometimes it is to do this job. It's not just that it's uncomfortable for me to go into a home if there's like feces on the floor or it's smelly, or a person has difficulty with hygiene and they're smelly. But I have a client who also has a pretty severe infestation of bed bugs and head lice. And their house is infested with bugs. So I do not go in the home, I just meet them outside of the home. And even doing that, it's still been difficult. Like there's been bugs jump onto me and things, and it's just gross. But I want to help that person. I want to meet them where they're at, literally, like in their physical environment. But anyways, so when I had talked about how difficult some of the challenges were over the past couple of weeks with meeting people in their homes, and like on that line of things, like how sometimes it's gross to go into their environment, or it smells, or whatever. It's some people on my caseload, not a lot, but I think there's 3 have a hoarding disorder, and like I have to literally walk over things when I go into their homes. When we were talking about that, she had asked about career goals and like if I would want to be a supervisor where you don't necessarily go into people's homes as often. And I kind of had been able to give her a different answer, because when I first answered her, I told her really that I wasn't sure. And over the past couple of weeks, I really had a strong desire to start moving towards doing therapy with people because I can see how, particularly this one client with the bed bugs, who's very, just has deeply seated trauma and coping mechanisms, and I can see how people with hoarding disorders and things develop them through trauma, and being able to do therapy with people that's something that I do work with, like emotional regulation skills now and coping skills, but I don't do therapy with my clients. And I think that I may be good at doing that, like doing inner child healing work and healing some trauma and working on really restructuring like somebody's way of thinking. So that's kind of how that week went. How this past week has gone. I've thought a lot about my career and a lot about ways that I could be able to help people, and also about like meeting people in their physical environment now that we're going back to doing mostly home visits. Okay, well, that's how my week's going. I'm excited to see how you guys are doing this week. I will be commenting on your videos. Bye.